Alrighty, hi everyone. So I'm here to tell you about a life in the day of a piper. So just some information about myself. My name is Sarah Phillips. I am currently a senior here at Hamline, and despite everything that's going on right now, I am supposed to graduate this May. Um, Having to do everything online has definitely changed up my routine quite a bit. Uh, so I'll talk about that a little bit in this. Otherwise, I will be graduating with a legal studies degree. I'll be receiving my paralegal certificate through Hamline, and I am minoring in psychology. So those are a really interesting combination that I'll be able to talk about a little bit later. And I am originally from Farmington, Minnesota. If anybody knows where that's at, I promise you there's farms, as shocking as that sounds. Otherwise, this picture is just a picture of me that my friend took. We went to go visit Boston earlier this year. So let's get started. So, obviously, classes are a really big part of life. A lot of my classes have been focused around the legal studies program, the paralegal program, and taking a lot of psychology classes, which is something I've enjoyed so much. I feel just super close to all of the legal studies professors. They're all amazing. One professor in particular is a picture of me and her on the bottom left of this screen. It's a picture of me and Aya Alfara. She's a recent legal studies professor. She's also the mock trial director and my mock trial coach. So I see her all the time. We get to travel together. She is wonderful. Otherwise, some of the other pictures that I have on this screen are a couple of pictures with me and two of my best friends that I met at Hamline through classes, through legal studies program, and through mock trial. One of them is now my roommate, and she's wonderful. Uh, Being involved and taking classes that you think are really interesting is a really great way to meet a lot of really cool people. But a little bit more on academics. Hamline has a pretty flexible schedule that you can make, which I have appreciated so much. I'm not a morning person by any means, so I've really appreciated the fact that I never take classes before 10 a.m. and I have made it for the last 3 or 4 semesters that I haven't had to take classes on Friday, which is super nice as well. Otherwise, in the legal studies program this last semester, I have been working as a TA or a teaching assistant, once again for Aya Alfara and her legal interviewing class, which has been a really cool experience. And something that I have found about a lot of the classes here at Hamline is that there's a really strong focus on discussions and hands-on experience, which is something I knew going to college that I wanted. And now that I'm leaving Hamline, I definitely got in all of my classes. So next up is work. I really like to work. I have 3 separate jobs. So my first job is that I work in the admissions office. So in the top left corner is a picture of me and my boss Lauren in the middle and an old coworker. Otherwise, outside of it, working for admissions, I am a mock trial student worker. So once again, you can see in this top right corner, I have another picture with Aya. She's really involved in a lot of the different facets of my life. I see her all the time. I always go to her with any problems that I'm having, but I work for her as a student worker, basically helping with any mock trial events that we have. Um, and then finally, really random, but I actually work as a Zamboni driver. I've been doing that for about 4 years. So those are all the different jobs that I have. I've really enjoyed getting to work on campus and all of the professional development that I've received from the admissions office, and for working under Aya. Next up, we have mock trial. Mock trial is a really, really big part of my life. I joined it right away when I was a freshman. I took the beginning mock trial class. I got involved with the program. It is where I have met all of my best friends, people that I know I'm going to be friends with forever. So I put a lot of pictures on this slide. I have a lot of pictures that I had to just go through pages and pages of mock trial pictures to finally land on some of these really good ones. But It's definitely something that has really shaped my career at Hamlin and has really made an impact on how ready I feel to go out into the real world. Something else about mock trial that I've always really appreciated is the fact that we get to travel nationally all the time. I put on here that I've gone to 12 different states in order to compete. Some of my favorites was when we went to Florida or Alabama or Texas or California. We've gotten to go to some really cool places to be able to travel. So mock trial is a really big part of my life. I enjoy it a lot. Otherwise, some internships. I have had two different internships during my time at Hamlin. Um, the first one was the beginning of my junior year. I had a quick internship at the Children's Law Center working for them, and more recently, for about 7 or 8 months, I was working at Homeline, which is an amazing organization. They are a nonprofit that is kind of like a call center. People can call in when they're having issues with their landlords, when they're renting a place, and we help to give them some information about their rights. And I was working phones there, talking to people every single day, helping people who were worried about getting evicted or, or having major repair problems, mold, or, different things like that in their house. So I've loved these internships. A lot of students at Hamlin do get an internship, but it's something that's actually required within the legal studies program. So I got an internship. And finally, post graduation, it has been really interesting looking for jobs right now because there's kind of a lot going on. Not everybody's necessarily hiring, but I recently got a job working at Wells Fargo where I'm going to be able to be working remotely. I'm working with contracts, which is in the legal field, and I'm really excited about it. So that was not necessarily a day in the life. I stay pretty busy, but those are all the different things that I do during the day. And I hope that all of you can find what's best for you. If it's Hamlin, if it's not Hamlin, that's fine, but just kind of go wherever it feels right and take a breath during everything that's going on. It's okay to be a little stressed, to be a little bit off, but just do what you got to do.